Hello everybody, SIMS Life here. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've been able to upload a video, but I am back at the moment. I don't have a schedule yet. I do have to take my computer in. It's been giving me some problems, so it's pretty much time for me to go ahead and take it in. But I've been doing pretty much tutorials on how to do different things. And the next tutorial I kind of wanted to do for my channel is CC Magic, because it's a really good one for people who like a lot of custom content. But it could be a little bit tricky when you're first just starting out. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and show you like how I have it set up. It's everything's in here. This is where I keep all my stuff at. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it out and then come back and reset it up step by step. And as far as the link goes, I will put a link to CC Magic in the description. So with that said, I will be right back once I get this all emptied out. Okay, so I'm back. I made a copy of all the packages that I've had in here, so that way I could just easily just kind of put them back in as I set it up. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when when you first launch it. It's going to be, completely empty. Don't worry about legacy. Legacy is whatever is in your mods folder. Like my mods folder is empty except for my poses, because I don't put poses in here. Those just go right into my mods folder because they're always coming in and out anyways, and they're always being switched over. So here are all my packages so far that I want to put back in. Not all of them are going to go back in. They kind of help me a little bit realize what CC I don't want to put back in there, but I'll show you too like how to disable stuff. So let me just close that out real quick, and we go to my downloads folder here. Okay, so you start when you're gonna set it up for the very first time. Pretty much however you want to organize it, it's up to you. This is only for you. I mean, this is how you organize it is not gonna affect how it shows up in the game. So you want to start with default. You click on default and hit add. Now that's going to make a new set. Make sure that you click on the new set, and this is what you're going to title your subfolder pretty much. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to title this subfolder. Oh, not on there. Okay, right here where it says new set here. Okay, I'm going to title this CAS. Because this is gonna be like all my Create a Sim items. Click on excuse me, and click on CAS again, your Create a Sim, and hit add. Now this is where you're going to, drop down menu here. This is where you're gonna like start adding in all your folders where you're gonna put your stuff. Okay, for example, like let me start with my my defaults. Oops, make sure to click on this. Okay, so I'm gonna do my default replacements. Like my default skins and eyes and stuff. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna title that. Okay, and then when you want to add like another folder, go back, click on this, Create a Sim again, or whatever you title yours. It's up to you how you hit add. It makes another set, and now I'll title this one, say, makeup. Okay, and that's where I'm going to be putting all my makeup. So now let's do another one, add another set. Title this one. Nope. make sure you click on new set, because if you'll just retitle this if you're clicked on this. So click on new set. Okay, and I'm going to title this one hair. I just put all my hair into one. You can do however you want. You can put like child's hair, toddler hair, male hair, female hair, you know, whatever makes it easier for you to remember where you put your stuff at when you want to take it out from the game. So I'm just going to put my hair. I don't, you know, I usually title it by package anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to add another one, and then I'm going to title this one clothes. And I'm going to put another one. I'm trying to remember like how I had it. So it doesn't matter because I can just add it again. I'm going to title this one like, you know, tattoos, you know, because I put some tattoos in my game. Okay, let's just start with this for now. I'm not going to do all of these. I'm just giving you the basic. I'm going to do like 2, and from there it's just rinse and repeat. So I'm going to open up my package folders, or my folder with all my packages, and let me look for like just a couple of things, like okay, like, oh, I didn't put skins in. Okay, so here's some hair right here. So what I'm going to do is actually, you know what, let me add one different one. So I'm going to pack under CAS. Okay, let's title this like, I'm just going to title it like body hair, but that's for like my facial. Well, let's just do facial hair for it, because I use a default replacement body hair anyways. Okay, try to make this a little bit easier. Okay, so here are, these are like 3 of the facial hairs that I use. I'm just going to take those, and what you do is you want to take them and you want to put them in your downloads folder. So you want to go, I'll just go back the same way, Sims 3 downloads, and then I'm going to take these that I put them into my downloads folder, come back here to CC Magic and hit refresh. And when you hit refresh, it leaves from here and it goes in here. It goes under default automatically. So don't put too much in at one point in time, because you're going to want to remember what's in here. I usually go like, I do clothes by itself, and then I do hairs, you know, so that way they're all going into the same one. And then I click and I drag it and I put it right there in the facial hair. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go back to default. You can just do like, I think Control A. Now they're highlighted, and then drag them. Okay, well, I probably should have dragged the top one. Okay, so now they're all here. Once you have them all in there, hit rebuild, and then go back and continue on. So now let's do let me do this one here. This is my child's hair. I'm gonna put that there, and then I know I got a toddler here somewhere. Here's my toddler hair, and yeah, I think that's it. The rest I haven't merged all my stuff yet, so I'm not gonna worry about those until I merge them. And then now that these hairs are in here, I'm gonna hit refresh, and here they are. And I'm just gonna pull these right over here to hair and rebuild. Go back to sets. Now it tells you over here when you need to rebuild, you have like the little icon that will tell you every time you need to rebuild. Okay, so I'm not going to do all of my hairs right now. Now I'm just going to go back and I'm going to make another subfolder. So go under default, click add. Now this is going to be a new folder. I'm going to make this one like, I'm trying to remember what I called it before. Okay, mods. Okay, so I'm under my new set. I'm gonna title it mods. And then you're gonna click on mods, hit add, and now for a new set, I'm going to title this one environment. Oops, I can type. I may not spell this correctly. Environment, and then go back here, and click on mods again. This is for me because I use. Okay, and then this one I'm gonna title gameplay, and that's gonna be like my NROS mods here. My environment is like my star mod and my lighting mods. I put them there just so I make the environment one its own, so that way when I want to swap out lighting mods, I just go straight to environment. Okay, so let me go find my lighting mod real quick. Okay, here's my lighting mod right here. Okay, let me just highlight these. Okay, that's my lighting mod, and I'm going to put my star mod in there with it, just because that goes under environment also. So that's the ones that I use for my. I'm gonna hit rebuild. No, not rebuild. Refresh. Sorry, it still does the same thing. It didn't hurt it. Go back to sets. It's all under default. You always have to go back there, and then just start moving them. And then hit. And then here's the little rebuild icon. Hit rebuild. Okay. Now there's my lighting mods right here, and my facial hairs, my hairs. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about doing the gameplay one, so I'm gonna go under default, hit add, and here my new set, and then this one I'm gonna title. I title this one build. Oops, a question mark. Build by, and that's where I'm going to put like my patterns and like all my house objects or just any objects in general that I might download. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make my new subfolder, and I'll title this one. I'm not going to put things in it because I think patterns. Okay, I think you guys are getting the idea, hopefully. If not, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will respond to the best that I know how. I'm going to title this one objects. Okay, so when I go ahead and put like all my patterns in, this is where I'm going to put them, and then my objects, go here. So, and don't open your mods folder when you have this open. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do a rebuild on that. Okay, now when you first set it up for the first time, it says that it's enabled right here, but it's not. You have to go to configuration, because everything, it first starts off when you first create the folder, it starts off on the disabled side. So make sure you come over to configuration, hit like CAS and the top arrow there, and it throws it all onto the enabled sets. Now we'll go to build by, same thing, puts everything over there. Just make sure everything's on this side or it's not going to show up in your game. Okay, now just say, now let's go to hair and just say I don't want any toddler hair in my game at the moment. I just want the child hair. You would go to where it says enable, just click it and rebuild. And now toddler hair will not show up in my game. Okay, now just say like, okay, I'll put that back because I will want that to show up in my game and I don't want to forget that it's disabled. I do have toddlers. Okay, now just say there's like one specific thing that you don't want any of. Like say I don't want, like just say this was all full. I don't want any hair in my game. You would go under configuration and go to hair and move that over to just disabled. just this one right here, and it'll just move just the one. And now I will have no hair that will show up in my game. Okay, so I'm going to put that back. There we go. So that way, now every time you make a new, just remember, every time you make a new subfolder like these, always go, if it's not showing up in your game, it's because it's over here. So make sure you go to configuration and make sure that this is empty before you start your game. And you can play your game from here. You can hit, like right here, you can hit play and it'll open it up. I don't usually, I mean, it doesn't hurt it doesn't matter. I mean, I just usually I go in the long way. But my computer is really having some issues, so I'm going to close everything down anyways. Okay, so now also another thing that I wanted to say is, like, you can clear your game caches from here instead of going and clearing them by themselves. Let me see if I have any. No, I already cleared them. But like you see, like the social cache right here, when you hit clear cache, it'll ask you, give you the little warning. You hit yes, and then once you clear them, you hit rebuild again. So you don't have to actually go into your mods folder for really anything. My mods folder pretty much stays empty. The only thing I really put in there, I think I have some sliders in there. My mods folder. My packages, yeah. I have 2 sliders that I never put in because this one didn't seem to work very well, the chin to neck one, when I put it in to CC Magic. So I just stuck it in my mods folder. Oh, let me close this out. And then I got my poses right here. So that's all I keep in my mods folder. The rest of it goes into CC Magic because it's just so much easier to sort your custom content, and you can disable whatever you want. You don't have to have it all in your game at the same exact time, you know. So like my default replacements is going to be like my skin. Let me add one more so I don't forget. So and it's going to be a create a sim item. So I'm going to click on create a sim, add new set, and this one I'm just going to title skin right there. Okay, so that way that's already there, so I don't forget to put that in. Rebuild. And that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't confuse anybody on how this is set up. If I did and you have any questions, like I said, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. And if you have any recommendations of any tutorials that you might want to know, leave a comment and I will do them if I know how to do them. Some I don't know how to do, but the ones that I do know how, I will happily do. So, and my very next video is going to be pretty much a channel one. Pretty much I'm going to talk about like the things that I plan on doing on the channel because it's still pretty new, and I screwed up by not posting for a long time. But I was having some personal issues and some computer issues, which hopefully I can take my computer in tomorrow. It's time because it died on me again, so it is time to take it in. So anyways, I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, ask, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.